We see very standard teams from both players.
At least on paper.
Yeah, so this is Gen 1 versus Akaru for round 6 of OSDT. And I have Fespy and Para with me here.
I'm
This
Para.
is stream sorry, to be clear.
Hey, I'm Fespy.
What's up? What's up, everyone? Okay. I see Nihiligo going in kind of ham here. Although, maybe not, because this Shifu could be Scarf or could have Aqua Jet, and this Nihiligo can outspeed it. So maybe not. I don't know. Akaru has one of those interesting teams where nothing is faster than base 1-0 something speed, but they also don't have Trick Room. If Gen 1's able to get Trick Room up here, Diancie plus Volcanion probably just sweeps. So if I were Gen 1, that's kind of the position that I'm going for here. Trick Room up, get both of them in, click spread moves.
Shifu, if well positioned, also just claims versus this team.
That's true. That's true. Celesteela being wide guard could be huge here. We're seeing a lot of just turn 1 Icicle Spears out of Curums recently. Like even physical Assault Vest Curums or Life Orb or whatever. So seeing Icicle Spear does not necessarily mean DD, although on this kind of build it might be.
Surely it has to be.
I don't know, dude.
How do you get speed otherwise?
Sometimes people just don't get speed ever.
I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I think
Sure.
they're DD.
So could be a DD Curum. I would probably agree with you there. Oh, I didn't even notice the nicknames. That's hilarious. That's actually really funny. It's the wrong Pokemon and spelled wrong.
I didn't even notice that either. That's great.
So if you're Gen 1, who do you go into here? This is actually kind of tricky. You don't have great Celesteela matchups. If this is Meteor Beam, this is a bit of a tricky turn, right? Because Celesteela could have Flash Cannon, which will one-shot the Volcanion Diancie thing, and it could have Meteor Beam, which would one-shot the Volcanion. So it's a little bit of a guess.
It depends on Volcanion and Celesteela's speed tiers, how well that goes for Celesteela.
I think either way, Gen 1's probably looking to protect and go to Rillaboom here.
Yeah.
Fake out next turn,
potentially bait out the Meteor Beam this turn.
I don't think you can necessarily protect and go into Rilla, because if they Flash Cannon or do whatever and then DD, if they Dragon Dance with Kyurem, you're in a horrible spot. Although I guess you get Tricker. No, yeah, if they're Flash Cannon and Dragon Dance, then you're in a horrible situation if you protect Rilla.
Yeah, I don't think you have a great option that covers everything from Gen 1.
If you're a Akaru and you have Flash Cannon and DD, I think that's the play you go for right now. You click both of those, Flash Cannon and Dragon Dance. But
also, I think that might have been a Scarf Kyurem, given the way they've both played this.
It could actually be a Scarf Kyurem. That's very true. Could totally be. And if it is a Scarf Kyurem, that's actually pretty good for Gen 1 probably with this Trick Room team. Mew comes in. I have no idea what it's going to do. We see Celesteela protect, interestingly enough. This should not be a Tailwind from you. This should either be a Fake Out, maybe a Wisp into the Diancie, and then maybe Hazards. So one of the annoying parts about facing down Mew, though, is it can learn 8,000 moves, and they're all viable.
Oh, that's a nice Ice Beam into the Naga.
Wow.
Ice Beam, Flash Cannon.
Really bad for Gen 1 there, taking advantage.
Yeah, Heat Wave would have been huge, but now the Celesteela is looking scary. Gen 1 is very weak to Celesteela. Diancie, 1-shot. Rilla, 2-shot, but can't do any damage into it. Shifu, 1-shot. Kyurem, 1-shot or 2-shot, depending on the set.
Yeah,
and then Volcanion might
be faster than anything on Gen 1's team, so there's always the option of Tailwind and Celesteela will be the fastest thing then.
And then the only way you can get Trick Room up is really if you get Rilla and Diancie in, but then they don't do anything against Celesteela the next turn. I don't see how Gen 1 claws this back. I do not. I see just Celesteela sweeping the entire team right now.
There's always one way. 2 ways.
Don't say ally switch.
I was just gonna say chokes and DCs, but
Sure.
switch works too.
All right. Well, we see an Earth Power go off into the thingy McDougal. I'm not even gonna bother naming Pokemon at this point.
Oh,
And they keep wow. Okay. Well, that's one way to come back. Is
that
to
is a
just
weird
sack
play
your
from Akaru
Celesteela and
then.
not have Tailwind on Mew.
Yeah, like there's no way that is a slow Celesteela and you don't have Tailwind. That just would make no sense.
What is
Yeah,
this
so it's either a
Mewset?
choke in playing or a choke in team building.
What is this Mewset?
I don't know, but suddenly Gen 1 is right back into it. I've seen Ice Beam Earth Power with like Psychic or Meteor Beam and Tailwind before.
I ran Ice Beam Earth Power with Power Herb Meteor Beam in DPL,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
this
that's what I was
had
just saying.
Citrus Berry.
This one's Citrus, true, so it can't be Meteor Beam. I don't know. I don't know what this Mew is. We see Rilla Protect. This, by the way, is definitely Scarf Kyurem. You're right about that, Yoda. It's outspeeding the Mew, and I find it very hard to believe this Mew is not max speed.
Well,
So this
that
The
is
looks
Mew
another way
was
to add
faster than
speed
the
to the team.
Urshifu, so yeah.
yeah, and this looks like Scarf, so you know the Kyurem has to switch out, which means that Shifu should get a pretty safe attack off here. Pretty safe fake out and close combat into the Incineroar, which will one-shot it with Life Orb. And suddenly Gen 1 is taking a lead after what we thought was an unwinnable game. I don't know what the fuck is going on, guys. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, now Nihai kind of does claim one.
Yeah.
It does claim one, but it's not gonna sweep because you can you have Life Orb Aqua Jet, so it can't sweep. It can claim one, but it's not gonna kill everything. And you don't have Intimidate anymore, so you can switch out the Shifu and the Rilla probably. You probably want to switch both out and then get them back in later.
Yeah.
Did they pump fake by switching Nihai out on the Aqua Jet right here as they Earth Power the Rillaboom or Shifu?
Could be. I don't think Shifu stays in here though. Also, look at Diancie clicking Trick Room and look at Akaru's team. It's really just the Rilla that can stop
Yeah.
things.
I think you're definitely trying to position Fake Out and Trick Room if you're Gen
I
1
agree.
here.
I agree. I mean, every mon on Gen 1's team is pretty useful at this point. I guess the least probably Volcanion is the least useful. Although that is the mon that can threaten Rillaboom quite a bit. So I'm not sure. Gen 1 does have to sack something here, I think, at least one mon. But yeah, as you were saying, the way to win this is to set up Trick Room with Diancie and start clicking Diamond Storms. And we do see the double switch. Ooh, Diancie actually comes in. This is Assault Vest Kyurem, doesn't get poisoned. And then now you have Diancie and Kyurem. So Diancie can go for Trick Room here. I'm guessing it doesn't. I think this is a protect with Diancie and a sack the Kyurem. And if you don't sack the Kyurem, then it live. Oh, all right. Diancie does not protect. And Akaru chooses
Double
to
the
attack the
Diancie there.
Kyurem.
Oh,
And then
Oh,
it's
the taunt.
Taunt.
That's massive.
That's a crazy set. Oh my goodness. All right, how much does Aqua Jet do? How much does Aqua Jet do? It's not enough, right? Aqua Jet
I
doesn't
don't think
kill?
it KOs, yeah.
No. Aqua Jet and Degrassi Glide kills, but that doesn't help you too much yet.
what do you guys think this Mew's last move is?
Dude, I got no fucking clue. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tailwind?
I would think it
If you-
has to be a speed control move. And surely it would be Tailwind.
Well, if it was Tailwind, you would have gone for it right then and there.
Yeah.
The Shifu protects. Okay, good protect. And then I guess the Diamond Storm comes out. All right. And now it's within Aqua Jet range. Nice. Would you look at that?
Hmm.
This seems like a pretty
And
safe
Aqua
Aqua
Jet
Jet
does
Diamond
move
Storm.
before Glide, so
Aqua Jet does
you
move
could
before
prevent it with
Glide.
a Fake Out, but then you aren't KOing the Urshifu. So there could be a potential to Fake Out and Sludge Bomb the Urshifu here.
Right, but then you'd get a Diamond Storm off with Diancie, and that would kill the Nihilego anyways, and chip the Rilla, and
Yeah.
probably get another defense boost. So I think this is just an Aqua Jet Diamond Storm if you're Gen 1, and if you're Akaru, I'm not sure what you do. I think you have to fake out the think you have to fake out the Shifu and probably go for a strong Sludge Bomb off into Diancie and hope that kills. Would that
Yeah,
kill?
I agree with that play.
I
Oh,
don't know if I
okay.
Gen
would,
1
though.
does not have Aqua Jet. And, okay, no Aqua Jet comes out. Diamond Storm does come out, kills the Nihilego, but you take a lot of damage that turn. And now Scarf Curum in the back should clean up
Yeah,
the
I think
Rillaboom.
Kurum's enough to basically win at this point. With Diancie
Well,
this
Curum must
low.
lock into either an ice move or an electric move. We can't lock into both.
Let alone the Mew that hits everything left super effectively.
Mew does hit everything that. Yeah, I think Mew plus Curum just wins the game now for sure. Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah,
Unless it's
yeah,
a
like
kill
you
from
lock into
Akaru.
Ice Move against Diancie and then hit Volcanion with the Grassy Glide or another move if you have it. And
Yeah, I
then that'll
agree.
put it in range for Mew.
Yeah. Yeah, Akaru should win this barring any crazy chokes or I don't know, techs, but I don't think there's much Gen 1 can do to come back here. So that must be Ice Punch on Shifu, right? For Zygarde?
Has to be. What else would it run?
I don't know. I run Aqua Jet on every single one of my Urshifus, though. It's so good for Lando and for Nihilego and for Volcarona and for Heatran. Like, it's a great way to
I
get
even
50
And
run
for Diancie and their
Aquajet.
Trick Room sometimes.
I even run Aquajet on size spam teams I build with Urshifu. That's how much I value the move.
Me too, dude. The size spam team that I built that Gen 1 used last week, I have Aqua Jet and an Indeedee. I agree. And because also
I think it's
Aqua Jet, you can still Aqua Jet into Landorus in terrain. So
I think except on like Scarf, it's nigh on droppable.
I agree. Aqua Jet's huge. I'm totally with you. No, I run Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Aqua Jet on everything, and then either Ice Punch or Protect. Unless it's Scarf, then it's Ice Punch and U-turn. But
Yeah.
it's Gen 1's already locked in his moves here. It's Akaru taking the time to think. Probably just figuring out how to not throw this away. But I agree. I think you ice move the Diancie slot here, and then you just attack with Rilla into Volcanion, and there's not a whole lot that Gen 1 can do here.
Well, they have plenty of timer left at this point. There's no harm in like mapping it out,
Right,
letting them plan ahead.
That's true.
No harm at all. I guess if you're Gen 1, you could protect the Diancie and it should live after another turn of terrain and poison. And that gets you another turn to maybe do something funky. Maybe burn the Curum and kill the Rilla with Heat Wave and hope that Mew doesn't do enough damage and you get 2 hits from Icicle Spear. I
And
suppose
you
that
know
might
this
be a way to come
Curum's
back.
investment, couldn't this Volcanion be in Fusion Bolt range? At which point you could just Fusion Bolt and then yeah.
I suppose so. I suppose so. Para predicting the future. And game 1 goes to Akaru. Sacking Shifu was bad, yeah, but I mean, if you had Aqua Jet, anyways, whatever. Don't have Aqua Jet. All right, I'm curious to see what Gen 1 brings game 2. I did pass him a couple teams, but 50-50 chance if he brings them or not.
I bet you he brings Ally Switch. That's my grand prediction.
Dude, those ally switch games against Ray were hilarious. I watched those back afterwards. They're so funny.
They're amazing. I've watched them several times since just because they're really funny.
They are funny. I'm sure Ray doesn't think they're funny. Sorry, Ray.
Oh, if it happened to me, I'd be so upset.
Mm-hmm.
I hope
Although
your
honestly,
opponent
best bet
isn't
came down to
watching the
something
stream
similar.
then.
Huh?
I was saying I hope that Para's opponent isn't watching the stream then.
Yeah. Pear, have you played this
Why?
week yet?
No, I play tomorrow, 3 p.m.
5-0, right?
-4. What? Oh yeah, I'm
5-0?
5-0.
Yeah, you're in the 5-0
Nice.
bracket.
Yeah, I lost my 5-0 match, unfortunately. Who are you playing, Pear? Anybody good?
I
Los
think they have an Italian name. They
I don't
sound
know who that is.
Italian.
Game 2 started. And
Oh.
Gen 1 did not bring one of my teams. This is a cool team.
I bet you that's ally switch stack attacker.
Ally switch,
Yeah,
no trick room.
because Stack Attacker doesn't have enough 4-move slot syndrome anyways.
Well, it's
Akaru
got to
bringing
be the
SMP
stack of
forward.
the Mew or the Naga. It's got to be one of the three.
How does
It's
Gen 1
somewhere
beat
in there.
Porygon 2? Dude, 4 of his mons are weak to Bolt Beam.
Maybe the Mew's toxic or the Blastoise is toxic or something.
Yeah, there's a Feeny. It's got to be toxic on something. Gen 1 loves toxic. Gen 1 tried to get me to bring toxic Feeny in SPL once. That was a throwback.
Maybe it's defog Landorus plus a toxic mon, so you can defog the Feeny and make sure the toxic hits.
That would be hilarious.
I
Although
doubt
honestly,
it's default.
T spikes would be kind of fire here on Naga. I think though that Akaru has the matchup here for sure. Like Porygon 2
Definitely.
just goes in against Gen 1. I guess Gen 1 could get like a defense boost on Stacka and then body press it, but still, realistically, this is Akaru's game to lose. I'm always curious what the Mew set is. This Mew's got to have Trick Room also, right? Fake out Trick Room. Yep,
I
and
think
now we
it
see
does.
P2 got a Trick Room up, and
Maybe it's like Snarl Wisp Mew or something. In which
No,
case, Snarl
that
would
wouldn't make a
very much
lot of
help you.
sense with the Feeny.
who
I
are you
meant
talking about? There, Snarl Mew for Gen 1 or
Or
for
oh yeah,
Akaru?
yeah.
Gen
Yes,
1.
whose are you talking about?
Snarl Wisp, I don't think helps you very much though. You really need Toxic or something crazy like Imprison. I'm not really
Well,
sure.
Snarl would help considerably here.
The Lando comes in.
Yeah, that's not a good
He's
sign
the
if you're bringing
Thunderbolt,
that out against Porygon 2.
okay, and Trick Room gets reversed. But
Maybe it's
now,
Focus
like,
Blast?
now P2 just loads it up again. Focus Blast doesn't even kill P2. Tapu Fini could be Scarf Ice Beam. Like, I that was a great play by Gen 1 to negate the Thunderbolt and reverse Trick Room, but like I just don't see it helping, right?
Oh, okay.
Yep, Scarf gets tricked onto the Mew just Psychics the Fini. P2
This is
sets up
about
Trick Room
over.
again. Like, what does Gen 1 do now?
He can try to
I'm a
pivot
little
out
bit
into
low.
Volcanion.
Sorry?
I said he can try to pivot out into like Volcanion or Blastoise. That's about
Yeah,
it.
but then that doesn't do anything against P2 either. P2 wins the damage trades against everything on Gen 1's team except for potentially Body Press Stack It, but you can't really get that in safely. I'm
I
kind of
would
low on
think
Gen 1's team,
Blastoise in the
honestly.
Landorus slot and Staka in the Mew slot. That's the only way you could potentially get anything going.
I agree. I think you got to go Twice and Stacka. Twice comes in, Mew stays, and the T-Bolt goes off. Wow, a prediction. I guess it's not really a prediction. You're Ice Beaming and T-Bolting. And you get 40% off onto the Feeny, but that doesn't help you gain board position at all. Yeah, I don't understand Gen 1's team, to be perfectly honest. I don't understand how it's supposed to be Porygon 2. Like, this P2 could, like, almost 6-0 this team.
He
It's
probably
it's
just forgot
definitely a
about it when he
weird
was building this.
Blastoise. Because Blastoise,
Alright,
you usually need like setup to justify using it. I don't
yeah.
think it's very
I mean,
justified on this
Toys
team.
plus Lando is pretty solid. Toys, Lando, Stacka, that's a good core. So you do have Follow Me. You Gyro Ball doesn't kill the Mew. And now Toys just goes down. You don't get a boost, and Earth Power kills it. Yeah, this game is
Yeah, this
over.
is just over.
I do not understand Gen 1's team. I'm sorry, Gen 1, but I just do not understand this team at all.
He probably just forgot about Porygon when he built it.
Yeah, but how do you forget about Porygon?
It happens to the best of us.
It does. It does. I'm just sad to see it be so one-sided. I was hoping for a more interesting set. Although game 1 is pretty interesting.
Yeah, game 1 was a fun watch.
Yep.
It was a kind of tradey game, and then this one was just determined by matchup.
Yep. The Mew goes down, it's great. It's not a 6-0, but you know, you just bring in
Yep.
Zygarde, and now if you're Gen 1, you maybe get to double up into the P2 to kill both, but then Zygarde just gets a super strong 1,000 arrows off.
Focus plus Steam Eruption probably kills Porygon 2.
Yeah, but then Zygarde nukes it probably kills both, right?
That also relies on hitting two not 100% accurate moves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but it's
more
your
likely
best
than
hope
not.
at this point. I think you need to go for that and then sack Volcanion and then hope Landorus and Naga somehow pull it out.
I haven't seen a Focus Blast Lando in a long time.
I haven't seen them since the CL days.
If it's not
Yeah,
that, I
same
think
me.
you might need a crit.
Yeah, Earth Power and no crit. 1,000 Arrows comes out. It's Shuka. Can Steam Eruption or Roar potentially do it? No, it's not enough for the kill. So I guess a single critical hit would have made that a lot closer. A single crit could have knocked out the Porygon, and then it's a 4v4, and Akaru doesn't have speed control. So I guess it was a little bit closer in that the game was just one crit away. But I don't see how Gen 1 does anything here. Like, this is just a very safe Thunderbolt
Just get an
and
8
1,000
protect.
arrows. Yeah, and that's over. MU is Scarfed, which is not what you want to see in Trick Room. I guess you protect the. No, you can't protect because 1,000 arrows just kills the Lando anyways. So the Porygon 2 has no
This is a
reason to
pin
create another Ice
situation.
Beam.
This is over.
There's just an Ice Beam into Mew and 1,000 arrows, right? Oh, the Ice Beam didn't go off into Mew. Interesting. 1,000 arrows doesn't kill it. Psychic kills P2. No, it doesn't. Ice Beam doesn't even kill Ice Beam doesn't even kill Zygarde. I guess this probably isn't a max speed Zygarde, right? It's probably HP invested.
I
No,
think
I
it
think
takes.
it probably lives that.
I think it. Yeah, Zygarde just has insane BST.
Yeah, like if you EV stuff to Ice Beam Landorus, then Zygarde's a bit bulkier than that, so it'll usually just live it.
Sure. Ouch. Bummer. Oh well. Hikaru moves on to 6-0. Gen 1 falls with me into 5-1. Rip.
He-
All right. Catch you guys later.
See ya.
See you.